are some of us, and I count myself in this number. This is the best chance we've ever had to get laid after a high school. By saying this out loud, I may have diminished my chances considerably.
Took one for the team! He took one for the team!
In comparison to 1994 or 1993, well, there's really no comparison. But there's something else. There's a question hanging in the air. It takes many different shapes, and not one of us has an answer to any of them.
It's only gay if you push back. Whatever.
Who were those 18-year-olds we used to be?
Yeah. We don't know.
First thoughts, doesn't matter, who cares, get over it. And I don't mean to argue with that, but if we're curious, if even just for tonight, if that mystery has any source of wonder for us, then it's worth at least that much, because curiosity and wonder are worth something. So what should we make of those naive know-it-alls, simultaneously overconfident and insecure, those 18-year-olds we used to be? What's not a mystery is what those 18-year-olds would think of us tonight. Old and full of shit. If it makes you feel any better, they would have said the same thing when we were 28. But it's a little more true tonight. And if you're like me, then you got better weed than them. But if you're like me, even that suggestion makes us feel a little defiant. Sure, we've slowed down a little bit.
Like hell!
But I've seen photographic evidence to the fact that we can still rally the girls to see Katy Perry, dance our asses off, every bit the teenage dream and Goodnight Irene, you could be right. Yes! Could be. We do have some better weed and I can smell it. But I don't want to turn it back on those 18-year-olds and say they're the ones who are full of shit. Because what they're full of is could be. Like an undecided Friday afternoon, boundless and overflowing with could be. It used to be every window, map, and calendar was bursting with could be. Missed opportunities, limits, restrictions, these all seem temporary when you're full of could be. But some doors close behind us and stay locked forever. And that's what it is to trade could be for never will. Now we've all got 2 decades of experience with these trades and they all go in the same direction. You give a little more could be, you get back a little more never will. These aren't all bad trades, even in a way they're unavoidable. But some of these trades leave scars that don't fade. They just take up space between birthmarks, mapping new constellations right on top of it. Herpes. And herpes. Which also never fades. Without the will to negotiate subjectivity and ambiguity, a constellation remains meaningless, so those 18-year-olds couldn't offer us any help if they tried. So it's up to us, and only us, to connect the dots between our birthmarks, where we're from, and our scars, where we've been.
And where we're going.
And no one else ever gets to tell us what's what about our own constellations.
Amen.
I don't have a cup in my hand, but Chun has 2.